Hi everybody, welcome to my DIY floral kits. A lot of people love to make their own things but don't know where to get it, where to find it, what to buy, how much they need, or just how to put it together. So I'm doing everything from A to Z so you can purchase one of these kits and have a go yourself and look at it outside with pride. So the basket we're going to make today is this one. Tip it upside down, drop it on the... It really doesn't come out, it's absolutely brilliant. We are going to start with one of my most popular hanging baskets today. I do sell these on my website and also on Etsy. So I do make these as well, but why not have a go yourself? When you get your kit, you will have one basket. This will be filled with the foam that you need. It's slightly weighted as well so that they don't blow around too much in the wind. People say, can I leave this out all year round? If you have colours in there, they will fade a little bit, although you can buy a UV protected spray. You can get that on my website. If it's just greenery, yellows, whites tend to not really be that bad. This one we're going to do today is all UV. Leave it out all year round, no problem at all. And this is my own design of fitted, tried and tested, but it does not come out. If you have somewhere you can hang this, it's quite nice to do it up like this. If you don't, then what I suggest you do is you take a little pair of scissors. You want to take off, just bend out one of the little wires here, unhook it from one side only, and just lay that down. And then what you want to do is you just want to stand it on any pot you've got, just to give it a little bit of height, just while you're making it, because you're going to be putting trailing greenery. You have your greenery, so your greenery foliage, it'll all be wrapped up in a paper, and then you also have your filler flower. We're going to start with our trailing because it's a really nice trailing hanging basket. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to put your trailing in. The more outer of the foam, don't go into the actual foam, the white foam, go into the grey foam. The more outer you go with it, the longer the trailing is going to be. If you go more central, the shorter the trailing is going to be. It's going to be fuller in the centre. So we're just going to go somewhere in the middle. We're just going to push it directly in, all the way down. You'll hear it slightly go into the stone. And then you'll know that that's kind of okay and it's firm. Then we're going to take our other piece. You'll have two pieces in your pack. So you just want to pop this in just underneath it. And what you're doing there is you're just thinning it out. Then you've got your other trailing here. So what you want to do with this one is you want to put this on the opposite side. If you put it all on one side, it's going to be side heavy. So it's going to, when you hang it, it's going to tip to one side. So you just want to pop this. Again, the further in you go, the further out you go, the longer it is. So we're going to put this in around the same kind of position. So we're just going to pop that in, nice and firm. Then once you've done that, with this one, you want to put anything that's a fern in. So anything with long leaves on it, because that's the next biggest thing we're going to put in. So you have your dusted fern and you have what we call the ostrich fern. So when you get them, you want to pull them all out, separate all the leaves out a little bit. With your fern, you're going to put one in, probably one side. So you're going to push that down in, nice and firm. And then what you can do then is you can then take these down and pull them about. And then go to your other one. This is your dusted fern. So we're going to put that one in the opposite side. So you've got this one here. So we're going to put that one in here. Push it in nice and firm. These you might want to put in more of an angle rather than straight down. And then you just want to bring that down. Just be aware that some of this is dusted. So you might want to do it in kind of a sort of open space. It doesn't smell. It's dusted because it's UV protected. Then what you want to do is you want to put the rest of your greenery in. So we're going to start with these two here. Again, these are dusted as well. These are called flopped leaf. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put one in one side and then you're going to bend these pieces down. I'm going to put this one the other side because you want to make sure you fill the basket. Okay, so now we've got our two flock leaf in, so you've got two of those and two of those. Now what you've got here is you've got this piece which is very similar to your trailing. What we're going to do with this one is we're going to pop this one directly in the centre because that's going to fill the space and give us a little bit of volume at the top. So we're going to push that in, nice and firm in the centre. Again, we're going to spread those bits out. We're going to go down the bottom is where the actual wire part is. Don't try and bend these small bits at the top because they're not wired. Okay, then here what you have there is you have two more different greeneries again, a slightly different green. Again, with these, they'll be all tight when you get them, but if you just pull them down, pull them out initially all the way around, and then look for your spaces. So here I can see we've got a space here. So we're going to pop that in here. So you've got one of those, you've got another one. So you're twisting around here to see where am I going to put this. So I'm thinking, okay, so we've got a gap here, so I'm going to pop that in here. Then your final greenery, so we've got 3 of these. So we're going to place these probably one in like a third. So one here, one here, one here, or wherever your gaps may be. Leave a little bit stood up in the centre because then it gives it that natural look. If these little bits fall off, I like to be honest with people, don't worry about them, okay? Because this is all obviously handmade. It's all been sort of put on. If bits fall off, just disregard them, because if you leave them on, chances are they're going to fall off outside. Okay, so now we've got all our greenery on. Now what we have here is we have our filler. So we have, this is a greenery, but I'm classing this as a little bit more of a filler because this is great for like looking and thinking, oh, I want to put a bit here or a bit there. I'm just going to push these, just single stems, wherever I think I might need them. Always think of your bigger things first and then gradually bring down to your smaller things. Your focal flowers, if you have focal flowers in them, so things like pansies or geraniums, they're always going to go in just before your filler. And then finally, we have some really nice little white sprig. Get this in all different colours. So this is a white one, but if you fancy changing it out when you buy one of the kits, just let me know, and I can change it up for you and you can have a different colour in there. I always sort of put maybe 3 in the top just because it's nice to see a little bit of height. Sort of 3 in the top here, like this, and then the other ones I tend to sort of try and just sort of put them in the sides, sort of down. You'll feel them going, and just kind of bend them down a little bit. Okay, so that's our hanging basket all done. If you've done this in a pot, this is the only little fiddly bit. So what you want to do is you want to get your chain. You've obviously got 3 loops on the hanging basket, so you just want to filter any trailing or any foliage you've got around the chain. So just whittle this around a little bit, up and underneath, and you can see the loops there. So wiggle that up. The same with the other side, you just want to go underneath. And then you've got your piece here that you've taken off. So you just want to bring that over the top. And then underneath here, should be, if you have a look at the top, it almost should be a triangle at the top. And you should go down and you should see the hoop of the hanging basket. There it is under there. Yeah, so you're just hooking that on. See it? Okay, so you're just going to hook that on, and then once you've hooked that on, you just want to get a pair of scissors and just clasp it together so it's on there nice and firm so the chain doesn't fall off. So you don't want to see the chain, so you just want to be able to find out where the chain is, which is there. You just want to pull those bits to one side. Okay, and there we are. You have one ball green hanging basket. If you want to add colours into this, and you can purchase pansies and things like I said, and just pop them in. Great for all year round, this one, because you can put different colours in for different seasons, and you've got something up to make your house look nice and bright and welcoming for people when they come to your door. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it.